The Soar programme was set up in late 2008 and we have been delivering the programme now for the last 5 years. We have helped support nearly 300 businesses and community groups to draw down nearly £14 million in funding for the rural communities. And another positive aspect of that is the volume of investment that has been created on top of that. We would gauge it to be around the £5 million mark. The numbers of jobs is around 206 jobs created from that volume of investment, and the numbers of jobs that have been safeguarded have also been tremendous. We've been able to support projects from the farming community, we've been able to support projects from the business community. The diversity of the projects that we have been able to support has made the programme very enjoyable.
This type of investment has been specifically designed through the Soar local action group, which is made up of members and stakeholders from right across all the different sectors. And I think that that's what makes it more accessible than to people making use of the funds in that way.
Well, I think Soar has helped tremendously to help communities develop, not just from a point of view of delivering new community centres or new initiatives in the community, but for individual businesses in the community, we've helped a lot of small rural businesses with projects that they may not have got funded from other sources. We've helped right across the rural communities to help invest and grow both communities and businesses there. And I think certainly in the whole of the area it's been well subscribed.
Working with rural community groups to create a shared vision and an action plan going forward, it has enabled then the creation of the Village Regeneration Project, which has allowed rural community groups to see developments in their local areas, positive improvements.
Honeyford Energy is primarily an energy company which takes in waste and produces electric. We received a grant to erect a willow drying shade, which we provide a service for the surrounding local farmers to dry willow.
The Bedders Equestrian Centre, we're located on the Embankment Road, Lurgan, whereby we do run competitions for various levels of show jumping and other equestrian disciplines. Kids from ponies, quite young kids, right up to international levels. There was no other centre, equestrian centre, with the facilities that Soar assisted us to install here. It has been a tremendous asset to us. I can now receive emails and send emails, and I've had to get involved, but it has been a tremendous boost to the business.
The company's called Filtra. We provide a range of services to the sewage treatment industry. We manufacture our own range of sewage treatment plants. We've had them certified through the Soar programme. We got them certified through to the new European standard. The Soar grant funded us for the moulds. The moulds are used to rotationally mould the tanks that we manufacture. Initially it would have been a pretty big capital outlay for ourselves, so through the Soar funding made it a lot easier and just made it possible for us. I initially started out reselling other people's products. I knew the way the market was going. I wanted to progress the business and manufacture our own. So what the Soar programme allowed us to do was to create a mould, make our own design, and eventually manufacture our own products.
The RSPB are a nature conservation organisation. Their main aim to restore priority species, bring them back into the countryside again. So Soar has been tremendous for the impact that we have for people in the reserve. We, in the beginning, had no infrastructure in place for visitors, and Soar has provided a community room, office and kitchen. It's upgraded our paths and car park, and this viewing platform we're standing on here. So the key achievements of the project would be primarily an increase in visitor numbers here at the reserve. People are returning back to the reserve here. Just before the project started, we would have had about 4,000 visitors a year. We have about 12,000 visitors a year now. So people have liked the work that we've done and they've responded to it, and a lot of them people are return visitors who come back again.
Newry and Mourne District Council applied for the funding support to create a sub-regional play park that would meet the needs of the local community but also attract new visitors to the South Armagh area. The funding has made a great impact to the South Armagh area. In the first year of opening, we estimate that we had about 250,000 visitors to the area.
It benefits the playgroup. They all come up very regular to this, and it's great for the community, and there's something for every child.
There have been a number of other small businesses that have been created as a result, and as a result of the success, Newry and Mourne District Council employed 2 full-time park attendants here, and we also employ a number of casual seasonal staff in the summer periods.
Helped us develop a 3G pitch on an existing sort of brownfield site at the recreation centre here in Tandragee. The centre was built in 1996, and the area where the pitch is has lay dormant basically for 20 years plus with limited use. So without the funding from Soar and the top-up monies from the council, the facility wouldn't have been built.
The organisation was initially set up to renew and regenerate this building. This is now nearly 300-year-old. It was a schoolhouse from 1725 and closed in 1970, and after that it went into a state of dereliction. Soar gave us a grant for the materials to renovate the building back to what you see now. It wouldn't have happened without them, literally. This building would not have been renovated to the extent that it has. The local church would quite likely have done remedial repairs and done it up as best we could, but it would never have come to the standard that it is now. So without Soar, this project would not have happened.
Vegan terrazzo flooring. We do poured terrazzo flooring, and with the help of the Soar's grant, we started into polished concrete worktops and polished concrete floors. It's a family business that started in the 1950s by my grandfather. He started, a friend of his came from England, and the two of them started up together. My grandfather kept it going, and my uncles worked out all their life. Well, only for the Soar's grant we wouldn't have got the Giants Causeway Visitor Centre. We did the Mac Gallery, we did the Lyric Theatre, we did Malahide Castle, Dublin. We just finished the City Airport in Belfast, and we're doing the International Airport at the minute, so without the Soar's funding I don't think we would have got them projects.
We are car dismantlers and scrap metal dealers. We do the dismantling down in the front of the premises, then up the back here we do the scrap metal processing. The grant is for this machine here behind me here, which speeds up our processing of depolluting the cars, which beforehand we were doing an average about 10 cars a day. Now at the moment we can do 50 cars a day, and a lot cleaner environment.
The application process with Soar was streamlined. We would have first submitted an expression of interest to test our idea to see was it eligible to the village renewal measure, and having got feedback that it was a project that potentially could be eligible, we proceeded then to submit an application form.
To do common themes across all of those villages, and there were gateway features, heritage signage and art pieces. So it was a very big undertaking because it was a big project to do those across all the villages.
Well, it made the whole project feasible, number one, but also having the recognition after looking at the full business plan that the business was feasible, and having the support behind it gave us reassurance to invest a significant amount of money of our own. In the last 2 years, we have took on 3 extra full-time employees. We have estimated in the business that we will take another full-time employee on probably inside the next 4 weeks. With the business growing, we see a need for another full-time employee.
When people learned of the facilities here, our numbers increased. We had a lot more people trying to hire the facilities because they would have use of the facilities. Our turnover picked up, and in due course we had to then employ more staff. There was a couple more staff came on board, and I mean, as far as we are concerned, the assistance from Soar has been a win-win situation for the Meadows Equestrian Centre.
Well, the business was first started by myself back 12 years ago, For the first 3 to 4 years it was owner run, and we've steadily grew from employing, I think it was 5 or 6 whenever we contacted the Soar programme, and we now currently employ a total of 12 people.
Well, the two big differences are that one, more people know about the reserve and come to visit the reserve, and we have a closer relationship with the local community and people who visit the reserve. And the second big thing is our infrastructure for working on the reserve. We have a better office. We used to work out of an old lorry body and chemical toilets. We've got proper toilets for visitors. We have a good kitchen and community room there for visitors to come and have meetings and to use the reserve. And that in turn has led to us being able to find further resources to service these groups and people and visitors that come to the reserve as well.
So it really is an environment that is brilliant to encourage the children for wide play and also give them their imagination and the smiles, and they go out there, even any part of the day, it's when do we get outside, so it's for a rural environment for this and this facility to have that play park is brilliant.
Before the Soar grant, there only was 3 in the firm, small family business, and since that there we have normally 5, but whenever we are busy there could be maybe 7 or 8 depending on what we need.
We had 6 working here, now we're up to 8 people at the moment, and in the future hopefully taking in a few more. This business is growing now. With this help from Soar, our business is getting better now.
I think it not only helps councils, but it helps sort of community associations. It helps sort of different. There's different sort of farmers and different sort of other bodies that can apply, and it has sort of pump primed a lot of ideas within the sort of local area. We've had funding for Clare Glen Caravan Park through Soar. We developed a play park with the Lochgilly Community Association 2 years ago through money that has come through Soar. So it does allow various community associations and statutory bodies to sort of maybe deliver some projects that they maybe just didn't have the necessary funding in place to do. So it's proved beneficial sort of for everyone.
No, I think the Soars, for any farm diversification business, is a brilliant way of starting a business or promoting a business more. So anybody I know that's doing that sort of work from like farmers, I always pass on the word about the Soars project.
I think the most enjoyable part about Soar is going out and meeting with successful applicants who have delivered their programme and delivered their project, and they understandably have been very, very confident about what has happened in this relationship that they've had with our staff and with the local action group. I think it's a tremendous achievement to deliver £17 million through all the different programmes over the last 5 years. I would believe that there has been a tremendous lift in confidence within our local community across the 3 councils.
We're also working with a committed team of project officers and support officers across 3 council areas, and that partnership approach has worked really well, and that has been very enjoyable to be part of that and see the key successes come to fruition.
Right along we found it easy to do and to get on with, and I mean I would like to thank them immensely for the assistance they've given us.
The best part is now that we look at this building and see its use, it's positive within the community, and that has a knock-on effect to the community in large because they are now talking about Madden Schoolhouse.
I look forward to the next phase of the Rural Development Programme starting this year, and I hope it's going to be as successful as the previous one.